Hey guys, this is Coach Damon. Today we're going to bring you 3 beginner reads coming off of a pin down. Now when we say beginner, a lot of time guys think, well, I'm an advanced player, I'm in high school, or I'm in college. But if you can make these 3 reads correctly, it doesn't matter what level you play. You watch the highest level guys, high level, high major Division I players and NBA guys, these same reads they're making over and over and over again in games. You watch Klay Thompson, JJ Redick, Kyle Korver, guys who are coming off of pin downs, and it's curl, straight cut, and flare over and over again. But it's not just knowing what those cuts are, it's knowing when that read happens and how to react to it in a game. So our first read we're going to go over is going to be a curl. Now if coach is on offense and we've got this tight pin down being set, if I lock and trail on his outside hip, so if I'm here, I'm obviously giving up space to the middle of the court. So we're going to assume that the hedge man or the man guarding the screener is locked pretty tight and he's not doing any type of hedging or taking anything away. But if I lock and trail on that outside hip, if he tries to go to the corner or if he straight cuts, that's going to be taken away. But if he curls tight, there's no way for me to get through this space. Now notice as he came off, he was tight where he was literally making contact with the screener's back. If there's any type of space and I'm a good defender, if I see that, I'm going to step through that. So I lock and trail, I'm on his outside hip as a defender, but he's tight, ball's coming from the top of the key, and as tight as he is, there's no way I can get through. With no hedge, he's going to have a lot of space to the middle of the court. Now obviously, if we think about where we're going here in a second, if I predetermine where I'm going to go, if the defender comes high and he's already decided he's going to curl, he's coming right into the space that I've taken. So it's not something that you can decide here. Once the game starts, it's something that you have to react to once the screen is set. Now our second read and cut is we're going to call a straight cut. And as simple as that may sound, a lot of times basketball terminology, it's not crazy, it is exactly what it says, is if I'm here on his inside hip and I run straight into the screen, he doesn't have to curl, and if he did, I would be able to step right into it. If he flared, that's easy to get to, but the screen is going to open him up straight to the wing, as the name implies, with the straight cut. A lot of times screens are set where your back and your butt are pointing. That's where the ideal position to catch the ball is. And with the straight cut, with me being on the his inside hip and not really making him work, I'm here, I hit that screen, and then he's straight to the wing with a lot of space to work with. Now our third is going to be a flare. We locked and trail, and coach curled. When I was on his inside hip and I was ran straight into the screen, he straight cut. Now this time I'm on his inside hip, and when we get to the level of that screen, I'm going to cheat and jump high trying to take away that curl or that straight cut. Now while the original intent of that screen is to create space here to the wing, since I've come high, he can now flare it to the corner and I'm going to have to get through this screener again to take that shot away. Now notice when he came off, just like if he was going to straight cut or if he was going to curl, he was still extremely tight to that screen, giving every indication that he was going to straight cut and curl. And then as soon as he saw me go high, when I went high, then he flared it to the corner. Now when you flare that to the corner, you want to make sure that you get to space. So if we walk through it kind of dummy live, he's not just taking one step away. When we're here and he explodes off, when he gets to that corner, that's a lot of space for me to cover in a closeout. So stay tight, cover space to the corner, never lose sight of the ball. Let's take a look at all 3 of them live. He's here, he curls tight, and finish. Great job. Ball's here, he curls tight, make sure he's making contact. Same hand, same foot. Inside hip, great feet, way to get square, great shot. Defender's on that inside hip, straight cuts, makes contact. Great shot. Now last one, if that defender jumps high, separation, way to get squared up, and great shot. Again, these aren't cuts and these aren't reads that you can decide when you're underneath the basket. Just like when you make dribble moves, just when you decide when you're going to shoot, it's a fluid reaction. And if you're able to make all 3 of these reads in the process of the game, you're going to be very difficult to guard.